Hello everyone and welcome back to WWE Universe. I'm your host Jitch, Colorado Springs, Colorado, SmackDown. I don't know why I'm smacking my hands together. Well, much like any other week here on SmackDown since his reign begun, CM Punk kicks off tonight's SmackDown with an open challenge. He has taken on anyone who will set foot in the ring. We've seen both Goldust and Yoshitatsu pursue the European Championship. They are people who are very much considered to be within the division of the European Championship. But the thing about an open challenge is it can be anyone here on SmackDown that accepts it. If Randy Orton wants to reignite the spark between him and CM Punk tonight, he can accept it. I don't know why, when he's guaranteed to be in the World Heavyweight Championship Armageddon Hell in a Cell in about 5 weeks' time, I don't know why he'd accept it, but I'm just saying he could accept it if he wanted to. Let's see who takes on CM Punk this week. Oh. Well, I believe this is something of a renewal of a rivalry. I want to say these two have crossed paths in the past before. For some reason, I'm really drawing a blank on when they would have, but I'm sure it's happened. I'm sure that these two have some kind of history with one another. I want to say during their time on Raw, or perhaps this was Punk's first kind of feud here on SmackDown. I don't entirely recall, but I know that at some point we've seen Jack Swagger and CM Punk cross paths with one another. So here tonight, this is going to be somewhat of a renewal. The European Championship on the line. We've been told a very interesting fact that it makes this match that little bit more important. In tonight's main event, the 6-man battle royal to determine a contender for the World Heavyweight Championship, the 6th participant in the Armageddon Hell in a Cell, we have been told that John Laurinaitis, he's found 5 participants particularly easy to book into that matchup, that 6-man battle royal tonight, but he was struggling a little bit to decide on who he wanted to be the 6th man in the matchup. So what he's decided is he's going to give an opportunity to someone a little bit lower ranked, so the winner of tonight's open challenge will be in the match later on tonight, which means it's going to be double duty for one of these two, but there is a world title opportunity at stake. Oh man. Swagger is definitely someone who has been clawing away at management, begging them for an opportunity to get back on the show, to get another chance to try and prove himself here on SmackDown. I mean, as of late, this guy has really, stocks have plummeted, to say the least. A former World Heavyweight Champion over on Raw, a former ECW Champion over on ECW. It's just since coming here to SmackDown, the fall from grace for Jack Swagger has been a pretty brutal one. I don't think Punk meant to do that. Punk knows now that he has to keep Swagger under control, and that's a wise choice, because for as long as Swagger could be in control when the referee is down, you never know what Jack Swagger is going to try and pull. I have the TV on beside me, because I realized that, like, if anyone can hear this and they don't hear the TV, they're really going to wonder what I'm doing, why I'm talking like this, because I have headphones on, so, like, there's no sound otherwise. So I just caught, like, a small glimpse of, I think it was Cole saying something in the background when I stopped talking, and it really confused me for a moment. It shouldn't affect the video at all. I mean, I used to have the TV on all the time before these new settings where I now wear the headphones. So it shouldn't really affect anything. I just thought it would be best for me to play off of the stream preview, video preview, not stream preview, because if I'm not, then if something goes wrong with the video, I have no idea, because I am not looking at the screen that's kind of more important to keep an eye on. So now that I'm playing off of the video preview on the computer with the headphones on, I'm going to know if there's a sound problem or a video problem immediately, which is just so much safer, so much better.
Controlling the waist.
But just like how my voice has a small echo, I now hear a small echo in the commentary in the game too when I stop. It's kind of funny. It's not coming through the microphone, it's just I can hear it behind my headphones.
That was absolutely a thing of beauty. This match just keeps getting better.
Well, CM Punk and Jack Swagger seem very evenly matched right now. Swagger has accomplished the one thing that has been completely out of reach for CM Punk, and that is a World Championship reign. As I say, Jack Swagger is a two-time World Champion, a former World Heavyweight Champion, and a former ECW World Heavyweight Champion. There is no denying the greatness of Jack Swagger. Ever since coming here to SmackDown, we haven't seen it. This could be the start of something here. European Championship seems like a very far stretch for the All-American American to be holding, but nonetheless, you know, if he hits this gut wrench, that has won him a lot of championship matches in the past, and CM Punk just got the brunt of that one. Is Jack Swagger's career finally about to turn back a new page? And there's the kick out by Punk. And I think that took a lot out of Punk to pull off. Punk is getting fired up now. Jack Swagger has been so violently in control of this matchup. I think CM Punk has been off his A game, perhaps taking Swagger too lightly. Nonetheless, whoever wins this one is going to be very worn out going into the main event tonight. And Punk is up on the top, and he's going for an elbow drop. Oh! Changing it up a little bit there. CM Punk into the cover. Is he going to be able to defeat Jack Swagger? No. Swagger kicks out. Punk scooping him up on his shoulders. Go to sleep connects on Jack Swagger, and here's the cover from the champion. CM Punk is hopeful. No! Jack Swagger is still in this. He is really getting the best of Punk right now. Swagger's got so much to prove. I mean, as I say, this guy's really had a fall from grace. He is dying to get back on top. And Punk over the ropes. Ooh. All that risk with no reward. Look at Jack Swagger. He's feeling like a champion again. You can see it. The confidence is rising back up in this two-time world champion. Yes, the European Championship is a huge fall from what he once was, but this is still something that Swagger needs. I think this was the top guy of multiple brands. As I say, since coming into SmackDown, it's almost like he's traded fate with Punk, someone who was really struggling to find their feet, and in the end, coming back here to SmackDown was exactly what they seem to have needed. Swagger is just so full of fight. And here's a roll-up attempt by Punk trying to keep the European title intact. Here's the cover. Swagger turning it around. And Punk turning it back around. Not even going to humor that one. Oh. This is nuts. This is absolutely nuts. This is an intense way to kick off SmackDown. These two know a world title opportunity also hangs in the balance, and they want it so bad. Swagger up to his feet. Punk chops him away. And Punk now coming off the ropes. Clothesline. Got him. And CM Punk got Swagger dead center of the ring. This could be it. This could very well be it. Second go to sleep on Jack Swagger. Here's the cover from the champion. CM Punk still European champion, but I would honestly say just barely still European champion. some fans not too pleased with this outcome. You can hear the boos. Wow.
There should be no doubt in anyone's mind that he is the true and deserving champion. Absolutely. What an incredible match.
Well, CM Punk, as I say, you can hear a bit of a negative reception here. Some people clearly in support of Jack Swagger. Never thought I'd see the day, but hey, here it is. And CM Punk, nonetheless, he is victorious as we move on to our next match of the night. That Lee always gets me. She's just straight up a CAW. They didn't actually have a recording of him saying her name. Lee. Well, Lita and AJ Lee, they've teamed up in the past and they'll team up again tonight. These two are quite an odd duo. They don't exactly always see eye to eye, but they can make a good team. And here tonight they are going to benefit greatly from working as a team because they have got a huge opportunity in front of them. We've got a small series of matches that are taking place here tonight. It has been said that at Hell in a Cell, the the Divas Championship will be determined in a 4-person battle.
And representing from Scottsdale, Arizona, Nikki.
So, with there only being 6 women here on SmackDown, there are 2 that will be excluded from the matchup, and it is coming down to finding out who those 2 will be. A strong consideration for someone who won't be in the matchup right now is Alicia Fox, as she failed to defeat Beth Phoenix last week on SmackDown with the Divas title on the line. Perhaps showing that she doesn't actually deserve another opportunity. But I noticed that tonight they are Foxless from what I can see, which is I gotta say interesting. There is no sign of Alicia Fox with Femme Fatale tonight. Perhaps the prospect that Laurinaitis has put up here of these 3 all perhaps having to face off to prove which one deserves to be in, well, which 2 deserve to be in the match more than others. I mean, it could be that 2 of them get left out, and it's Lita and AJ that get a shot at Beth Phoenix's title with 1 member of Femme Fatale. Either way, a member of Femme Fatale, at the very least, will be in that match. They do make up half the division here on SmackDown. Perhaps there is some tension rising between these women now. Maybe Laurinaitis knew that. You know, obviously, what good does a 6-woman group have here on SmackDown when you think about it? What are they really achieving other than dividing the division in half? We saw the entire women's division of SmackDown in a tag match 2 weeks ago here on SmackDown when Femme Fatale defeated Phoenix, Lita, and AJ. Lita, AJ, and Phoenix know they kind of have to work together because otherwise those 3 are going to be completely outnumbered in any situation. And Nikki Bella, not exactly taking too lightly that AJ Lee got the best of her there. Elbow drop there by Lita as she takes control of Nikki Bella, and she is really laying into the Bella twin right now. Her sister over on Raw hasn't exactly done as great as Nikki has here on SmackDown, I must admit. She again over on Raw seems to be in a very similar 3-woman situation, a good friend of Stephanie McMahon and Kelly Kelly. It's just that over there there's 7 women, I believe anyway. Trish Stratus, Natalya, Tiny Shiny, And Layla, yeah.
Controlling the head.
Not able to overpower as much as they are, well, Nikki Bella is here on SmackDown. Now, Nikki Bella is getting overpowered right now. You'd think the leader of Femme Fatale would be a little bit more up to par than this, but right now, things ain't looking too good for Nikki Bella. A couple weeks ago here on SmackDown, we saw an establishment between Jimmy Uso and Scotty 2 Hotty, who went one-on-one with each other. I believe Jimmy Uso picked up the singles victory there. I've been told that the Usos would really like the support of their father, Rikishi, who is very close with Too Cool, comes out known as a member of Too Cool. So there seems to be some kind of budding situation between Rikishi's sons and Rikishi's friends. And that continues tonight as Jey Uso goes one-on-one with Grandmaster Sexay. You'd have to think if Jey beats Sexay here tonight, why would Rikishi continue siding with his friends? I mean, his sons will have beaten both members of that team. Nonetheless, that should be a very interesting situation. Not as interesting as the match up next. We saw last week on SmackDown, there was a handicap match to get Drew McIntyre out of the picture for the United States Championship contention. The ganging up of Damien, Sandow and Big Boss Man as they defeated Drew McIntyre to just remove him, solely him, from the situation. Tonight, those two are set to go one-on-one with each other next. We've been told by Boss Man that it's going to be a standard singles match, and he's got an ace up his sleeve, so don't you worry about it. I mean, I guess Boss Man knows he can overpower Damien Sandow, no doubt about that. We'll finally find out who is facing Rey Mysterio for the United States Championship at Hell in a Cell, as I say, in about 5 weeks' time. A lot of the champions coming out of Hell in a Cell will be the representatives of SmackDown. Uh-oh. Oh, she didn't do it. No booty pop and moonsault for you. Yeah, we'll find out who the representatives of SmackDown at Survivor Series the following month will be coming out of Hell in a Cell. One would have to assume anyway. Last year, Big Show brought home the Champion of Champions title to ECW. Obviously, not literally a title, it's more of a trophy. It's not defended or stripped from someone for not being defended. It's just a trophy. We'll be seeing the Champion of Champions match again this year at Survivor Series. Contested between the World Heavyweight WWE and ECW World Heavyweight Champions. Right now, if that were to take place this Sunday, that would be The Rock from Raw up against Stone Cold from ECW up against Kane from SmackDown. I would like SmackDown's chances, but Stone Cold would be a tough one to overcome. Eve trying to get Nikki back in the matchup. And there you go. There's the tag made to Nikki. Femme Fatale really working down Lita here. I think the Fatale mistake, see what I did there, is to tag Nikki Bella in. Eve seems to be the superior in terms of skill, if you ask me. Here's the cover from Nikki Bella, and still a kick out. Really no time for that, if you ask me. And that goes to show that I was right. Lita is back in control here. And then a massive headbutt. Oh. Nikki! Mikey!
What's Nikki gonna do here? Look at the force behind that leg drop.
And as Lita is up to her feet, drops her face down into the mat. Eve's got control. Here's the cover from Nikki, and Lita with an instant kick out. You ain't gonna win with a move that weak.
Nice combination there to stop the chin lock.
Lita gonna make the tag to AJ. Nikki Bella welcomes that one. I believe it was Nikki Bella that handled AJ her first loss here on SmackDown.
Single leg Boston Crab.
A lot of people look at AJ as kind of the lovable underdog of the Divas division.
Matchup is now all AJ. Hey, and she wills her way out. Great reversal. AJ has
Good for
the
a strike, but a quick reversal there and a hip toss. Divas tag match. As I say, it features 4 out of 6 of the women here on SmackDown.
AJ controlling the arm.
I think, truthfully, at Survivor Series, we should see another merger. I know maybe that's not the most popular move, but I feel like to put the two divisions together, single championship, I feel like that would actually be a... Ooh, big heel kick there. I feel like that would actually be a pretty good move for the women of the WWE. 13 women, one show.
She's seen it up, and here she comes. Wow, what a drop kick. Oh, AJ took the
With superstars coming up, maybe we could even see them on 2 shows.
Nikki.
Assuming the division goes to just one brand again.
And she tags in her partner.
Elbow drop to the back of Nikki Bella. Lita in control of Nikki Bella here. Impressive move. I've got to say, Lita and AJ Lee have really worked great as a team. Whoa!
A little too slow there.
Someone overestimated themselves just a little bit. And here's the lockup. Oh, no. Lita with the reversal. Jawbreaker. And she is calling for it. Where's AJ going? AJ going around the outside. Gonna try and catch Eve off guard, maybe. Oh! Twist of fate by Lita. And Eve and AJ seem to be having some kind of brawl out on the outside. Here's the cover. And Lita pins Nikki Bella. Well, a big win for Lita here tonight, as Lita and AJ Lee knock off Femme Fatale, who seem to be not coordinating so very well at the moment.
An emotional victory here tonight. Man, oh man, what a
Well, nonetheless, these two women are victorious. And up next, Damien Sandow faces off against the Big Boss Man. They seemed like good buds last week when they got rid of Drew McIntyre, but that's got to go out the window tonight, and we're going to see those two face off against each other. I'm very interested in seeing exactly what goes down in this one, because Boss Man promises us he's got it in the bag. It will be short, it will be sweet, and it will give the outcome that everybody needs to see.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring. From the Department of Corrections in Cobb County, Georgia, weighing 315 pounds, the Big Boss Man.
Well, he's big and he's a threat, but here tonight he faces his buddy, Damien Sandow. I don't really know how to describe the situation. It's just, you look at last week's episode of SmackDown, yeah, I'd have said these guys were friends, truthfully. But we'll find out exactly what's going down in this matchup tonight. A standard singles match is all that is needed, we've been told. These two say they're going to settle it like men. Crowd doesn't really support either man in this matchup. Can't say I blame them.
And approaching the ring, from Palo Alto, California, weighing 247 self-professed intellectual savior of the masses, Damien Sandow.
Sorry, I've got to mute the microphone there. I have a really nice little tap bit on the top of this microphone, so I don't actually have to, like, click a button that really loudly picks up on the mic. I just tap it and you don't hear it. Here, I'll cut myself off mid-sentence. You just don't hear the difference, and you don't hear when I unmute either. It's really nice. So I've been trying to, like, filter out whenever I have a cough or a sniff or something. Unless I'm in the middle of playing, then I can't really help it, to be honest. Damien Sandow, the SmackDown Money in the Bank briefcase holder, says he is leveled up from the European Championship and that the next title for him is the United States Championship. I'm very curious to see exactly how Damien Sandow plans to capture the title, getting through both Big Boss Man and Rey Mysterio. Sandow promises he can do it. So here we go. This is our matchup. So first up, Boss Man pacing here. Sandow pacing. These two. Boss Man challenging Sandow, and Sandow not backing down. What is this? Now, Boss Man into a lockup here. Got Sandow caught from behind. And he shoves him off, and Sandow going to now go for another one. He goes for the same lockup here. Again, no confrontation here, and now Boss Man got the head of Sandow as he's got him in control. I'm not sure I understand these two. Wait, what the? What? Big Boss Man and Damien Sandow. These two now facing off on the outside, right in each other's faces, and the referee counting here. What is going on here? These guys like mirroring each other. Referee up to a count of 5 as neither man is really locked up with the other. Now Boss Man got Sandow by the head here, and what does Boss Man do? Shoves him off again, and these two walking away. What are they doing? Boss Man and Sandow are both heading up the ramp together. Referees counted to 10. All that, and neither man is coming out a contender here. What in the hell was that? Damien Sandow, Big Boss Man, I just caught you following your loss here tonight. Both of you losing the Contenders match. Why would you throw an opportunity away like that? Could you please explain, Sandow? Well, first of all, let me just go ahead and correct you, Justin. We didn't lose tonight's match. Neither of us lost tonight's match. This was once again a genius plan by His Excellence, myself, Damien Sandow, and the Big Boss Man. You see, if neither of us lose tonight, then indisputably, neither of us won either. Meaning, neither of us will be eliminated from the situation, and Rey Mysterio will be outnumbered at Hell in a Cell, meaning he has a 100% chance of losing his United States Championship. Well, it's like Damien Sandow just said. We're going to outnumber Rey Mysterio at Hell in a Cell. And since the stipulation stated that we get to choose the stipulation we face Mysterio at Hell in a Cell in, it'll be the two of us and Rey Mysterio inside a steel cage for his United States Championship. Well, there you have it, folks. I'd certainly hate to be Rey Mysterio coming out of this one. Well, Grandmaster Sexay out first as the Usos continue to try and fight for their father's support over his buddies. I guess we'll see if perhaps they can achieve some kind of more respect and support out of Rikishi coming out of this one. Grandmaster Sexay set to face off one-on-one with Jey Uso. Jimmy Uso defeated Scotty 2 Hotty last week. Can things change here tonight in this one? Oh, definitely know how to make an entrance. Fans pretty positive in support of both of these teams. I don't think a lot of people like seeing them face off like this, but you got a feel for the Usos. Jey Uso, as I say, wants to succeed just like his brother did against Scotty. We've seen one important victory here. Will that continue?
The ref's calling for the match to start, and here we...
Uh-oh. Oh, not again. Nothing good ever comes from the referee being knocked out. Well, here comes Rikishi. Maybe he's going to be the stand-in official here. Well, Jey Uso... Wait, whoa, Rikishi, what are you doing? That's your son! Rikishi, that is your son! No! Oh! Rikishi driver. And it looks like Rikishi wanted to make sure that his buddies got a victory here tonight. What in the hell are you thinking, Rikishi? That's your damn son! Wow. Well, we welcome you back here on SmackDown. CM Punk, the European Champion, already at ringside for this six-man battle royal. And now Sheamus confirmed as the next participant in this battle royal. Remember, the winner of this battle royal will be added to the Hell in a Cell match at Hell in a Cell for the World Heavyweight Championship. A six-man Hell in a Cell, the first ever Armageddon Hell in a Cell matchup. 6 participants, 1 title on the line. Kane, Brock Lesnar, The Undertaker, Triple H, and Randy Orton, joined by one man, the winner of this 6-man battle royal tonight. We've been told the winner of this match will face Randy Orton next week on SmackDown. So currently, Brock Lesnar is suspended, and the other 3 participants in that match are injured at the hands of Brock Lesnar. Drew McIntyre. First one out here tonight. The second one out, sorry. Interesting to see that him and Sheamus will be in the same match. The first time we've seen the both of them in the ring at the same time since they teamed up at SummerSlam. They've had a taste of teaming back up. It'll be interesting to see if they can still coexist, or if the world title is just too important to these two. I felt like it was great to see the Celtic Cross back, and we're just getting a SummerSlam repeat here. Christian is out next, and it certainly does lean itself towards the next participant being the other half of the tag team champion, Edge, We've been told that with them as the longest reigning tag team champions, Edge and Christian are both very long overdue a World Heavyweight Championship opportunity. It is said you can hold the tag team titles and any singles championship, so Edge and Christian, either one as individuals could go for the European, United States, or World Heavyweight Championship, and they wouldn't have to relinquish the tag titles if they won that singles championship. They have decided to stick together tight as a tag team. I'll say just moments ago, very shocking to see Rikishi attack his own son in favor of Grandmaster Sexay. We've been wondering where he stood on the situation. The rivalry between the Usos and Too Cool that seems to be budding, I would now say is in full effect. If you're Jimmy and Jay, how do you react to that? And there he is. I mean, this was kind of a given with Sheamus, Drew McIntyre, and Christian in the match. I'd be shocked if Edge wasn't. I just realized I don't even know if the microphone's been recording this whole time. It has. Don't worry, guys, it has. I don't really know why you'd worry, but don't worry. There is just one more participant to be revealed. CM Punk already at ringside starting this one off. Came down to the ring during our break. So, not to make his entrance again. There is one participant left. Who on the SmackDown roster will fill the final role in this six-man battle royal, facing off against the tag team champions, the team of Celtic Cross, and CM Punk? Who will be that sixth man? Oh! Well, fans' opinions of this man have very much changed, you can hear it. I can't blame any fans that have turned their backs on Rikishi. As I sound like a broken record, but who does that to their own flesh and blood? Who attacks their own son in favor of their friends? Rikishi gets no simpy from me. Absolutely despicable man right there. Could be in contention for the World Heavyweight Championship coming out of tonight, though. I don't think he'd mind that one bit. I will need to be right back in just a moment. Yep, right now. Okay, so just give me just one moment. Okay, we're back. So here we go. 6 men. I thought I'd actually leave this one down to fate because they can't screw around with barricade breaks. I mean, the game can still glitch. I'm aware of that. I'm aware the game can still glitch and break and make me annoyed, and because I've given it one opportunity to do a good match, I know it probably will, but did I just hear something about power and skill? Well, here we go. Sheamus scooping up Edge and slams him down. Drew McIntyre locking up with Christian. It's no surprise to see that the Celtic Cross and the tag team champions have not forgotten about what went down at SummerSlam. That roll-up pinfall from Christian, the only reason Edge and Christian picked up that win in the eyes of the Celtic Cross. It was just a sudden pinfall, it was dumb luck, and they believed they couldn't do it again. And I would love to see a rematch at Hell in a Cell between the Celtic Cross and Edge and Christian. Unfortunately, you know, I know if Edge, Christian, McIntyre, or Sheamus win that, it's very unlikely that we'll then see a tag team match between the two as well. CM Punk and Rikishi, I've got to say, I feel it's a little early into those two's career to be competing for a World Championship show. Well, not so much CM Punk, I'd say more for CM Punk, it's too early on the win-loss records. The man has been picking up a lot of steam, and to then go for the World Heavyweight Championship could be a bit premature. and could set him back a bit. We know that one of his biggest problems during his earlier runs on Raw and his first run here on SmackDown is the man was very much set on the World Heavyweight title from the get-go, and he just wasn't quite cut out for it. He kept losing every match to do with it. I feel like rising the ranks similar to that of Damien Sandow probably be a good move for CM Punk. I tell you, we've already heard out of the mouth of Damien Sandow, by the way, that man is set on becoming the next United States champion. So when they say that there's a plan in motion to make Big Boss Man the United States champion, that those two have come to that agreement, Boss Man better watch his back, because he is being played by Damien Sandow, and I hope he realizes that. No, I've got to admit, I don't think Rey Mysterio stands any chance of coming out of a steel cage with those two United States champion. Maybe an injury, but not a championship. I wonder if at any point in this match we'll see the former Celtic Cross face off, or if Edge and Christian will perhaps lock up with each other. A world title shot is a world title shot in the end. Let's not forget Edge and Punk as well. They have their history here on SmackDown, not here on SmackDown, but they had their history during their time over on Raw. Former tag team at one point that came to an end at Elimination Chamber when Edge and Punk had the chance to get rid of Brock Lesnar together and then face off for the World Heavyweight title, but Edge decided that he was better and he would take Punk out of the equation and beat Lesnar alone. And well, that didn't exactly work out for Edge in the end, did it? It wasn't long after then that he replaced Punk with Christian, so it's no surprise to see those two facing off now. That almost seems poetic in timing there. That was very smooth, the transition between me talking about that and those two facing off. And this is something Christian's got to be aware of, is, yeah, okay, Edge and Christian, they've been the longest reigning WWE Tag Team Champions. They've held those titles since WrestleMania back in April, March time of this year. We're now here in October, I believe. No, September, my mistake. So, 5-6 months they've been tag team champions. That's more than Punk and Edge together ever accomplished. But Christian's got to bear in mind, Edge will sell you out in a second if it means a world championship win. It is Edge's biggest shame that the only world title reign to date for that man was minutes long before being cashed in on by Jack Swagger, and he never got the World Heavyweight title around his waist again after that. That was over a year ago too. There's the Irish Curse backbreaker by Sheamus on Rikishi. Not enough to get the job done, though. First pinfall attempt of the match. Big clubbing strike from Sheamus on Rikishi. And I noticed that Christian and McIntyre have not separated from each other since the bell rung in this. And Sheamus, look at the strength of Sheamus. My God. A high cross on Rikishi. This man could do one on Big Show, I'm sure of it. Long-time rivals facing off in the corner, Edge and CM Punk really going at it with one another. It feels like Punk kind of had a moment where he realized who he was sharing a ring with there, and those memories came rushing back to him. Incredible endurance from Rikishi to kick out of the high cross. You don't see a lot of men that can do that. Oh, down goes Sheamus. Pinfall and submission, the only way to eliminate your opponents in this match. We want a decisive #1 contender. Well, it wouldn't be #1 contender. It'd be sharing that spot with Lesnar, Undertaker, Triple H, and Orton. But a contender will be determined. The record of Edge and Christian definitely has them very high on the world title rankings. It's just simply the fact they've not really been involved in anything other than teaming with each other. Edge-o-matic connecting there on CM Punk. Didn't hook the leg though, and here's the cover now from Edge, and Punk kicks out. You've got to think Punk already went through Jack Swagger at the start of the night. He had a long time to recover. Christian looking for the kill switch on McIntyre, and it seems like he's had a bit of a brain fart there. Okay, never mind. It happens to the best of us, you know, we're in the middle of going for a finishing move and then we just get stupid. It's almost like we exist in a game called WWE13 that's not very capable of putting on good matches. Edge now locking in a sharpshooter. Oh wow, the twist on CM Punk's body there. Modified sharpshooter. Someone is bleeding in this matchup. There is a small trail of blood coming from someone in this match. I don't see anyone bleeding. It's either Drew or Christian. I think it's Drew McIntyre. Been busted open by Christian at some point. Is it coming by Rikishi? No. So curious to see who goes first in this matchup. You know, I'd say CM Punk and Rikishi are definitely the underdogs. That doesn't mean they're not going to win. Just working that arm of Sheamus and now strikes away at the face of CM Punk. Excuse me. Christian going in for a modified sharpshooter of his own, and there's no rope breaks in this matchup. And whilst once again we notice Edge and Punk have shifted up their opponents, Drew and Christian have just non-stop gone at it. Top rope spear from Edge. Rikishi already took the effects of a high cross and he's still kicking out. Future shock DDT on Christian. Is Christian going to be the first out? No! Where are these guys getting this from? I mean, when a world title opportunity is at stake, go to sleep on Sheamus. Oh no, Sheamus with the reversal there. It would have been really great if he went for a bro kick. That would have been a really cool reversal, but, you know, the AI. And it looks like Edge and Christian now locking up. Yeah, Edge and Christian actually facing off with each other here, and Punk getting involved with Edge. Looks like that one's come to an end pretty quickly, and it's Christian and McIntyre back at it again, as well as Punk and Edge. I'm just so curious to see what happens if this comes down to, say, Edge and Christian. We haven't seen those two ever face off one-on-one. They've always been in a team. I mean, we've seen them in a triple threat match, but that match was won by Goldust. We don't know which one of those two is the best. Statistically speaking, I'd have to say Christian. Is he the cover from Punk? No. Christian is a Royal Rumble winner and a WWE champion. And he held that title for a couple months before losing it. So statistically speaking, I'd have to go on the side of Christian as... Oh, nice move there by CM Punk. And Punk looking to eliminate Edge. This would be a very long time coming for revenge as we see a... Ooh, Anaconda Vice here by CM Punk, changing things up. Is he going to make Edge tap out, maybe? No. You really can't underestimate anyone. Rikishi now looking for a bonsai drop from the second rope. Sheamus better move. Ooh, that's got to be it. I'd say good night, Sheamus. Oh no, he didn't go for a pin. There you go. Good night, Sheamus. No. I guess you're able to lift that guy on your shoulders or drop onto you from him ain't gonna do too much damage. And speaking of lifting him on his shoulders, Sheamus for the second time, high cross. I mean, that's what? A spear and 2 high crosses. Rikishi's gotta be out of here by now. Excuse me? Well, at this point, Rikishi's gotta win this now. I feel like we've fast forwarded about 5 years to a show called NXT with how many finisher kickouts I'm seeing. As we see here, Sheamus goes for a 3rd high cross on Rikishi. I mean, that back has got to be just destroyed at this point. Sheamus into the cover, Rikishi is down, and Rikishi is finally out. And it looks like he wanted to get one more shot in on Sheamus there. So Rikishi will not be headed to Hell in a Cell. Very quickly we saw that revenge, and McIntyre helped to his feet by Sheamus. Christian with another roll-up attempt here. Shades of SummerSlam. This time McIntyre kicks out. And McIntyre and Christian have gone at it pretty much this entire match. You gotta think the Celtic Cross and Edge and Christian feud is not over at this rate. And hold on a minute. McIntyre shifting his attention to Sheamus. But we've seen friendly competition between these guys before. I know this doesn't mean these guys are against each other. This is just how they coexist. Knee to the head of Sheamus. And very quickly, McIntyre shifts his attention to CM Punk as Edge and Christian. Honestly, when these two lock up with each other, I feel like it's very similar to what we saw from Sandow and Boss Man earlier. They're pulling punches. They're taking it very lightly on each other to keep them both in this match. Roll-up attempt here by Christian as he tries to eliminate his own partner. No. There's a cover by Sheamus. No. Edge. Oh, flatliner from McIntyre. The signature move of Drew McIntyre on Edge, and he kicks out. That may have taken more out of Edge than you realize. German suplex breaches into a pin. Punk shoulders down. No. 3 of SmackDown's champions in this match. Edge, Christian, and CM Punk. One would imagine that means it does not favor Sheamus and McIntyre. However, McIntyre, the longest reigning United States champion in history, as well as a great former European champion, and one half of the longest reigning World Tag Team Champions in history, with Sheamus, who is, by the way, the longest reigning World Heavyweight Champion in history. I'd say McIntyre and Sheamus definitely belong here. And no surprise, Christian and McIntyre are back at it once again, physical with each other. Christian wants so bad to humiliate McIntyre once again. Cover attempted by Edge, no. And McIntyre and Christian very much feel like they will fight forever in this one. I feel like one of those two is going to eliminate the other for sure. Christian lifting McIntyre to his feet and sends him to the ropes, pulls him back. McIntyre belly to belly suplex. And McIntyre, here we go, Future Shock DDT on Christian. Will he get that payback on Christian for what happened at SummerSlam? Here's the cover. No. Damn. Now Edge coming to the aid of his tag team partner. And there's only so much McIntyre can endure when it's 2-on-1. Sheamus seems completely preoccupied with the European champion CM Punk. And McIntyre, for another time, Future Shock. I don't know how many this is on Christian at this point. I want to say second, as here's the cover from McIntyre on Christian. And McIntyre gets the revenge on Christian. Well, if the Celtic Cross managed to reunite, I'll tell you what, they should absolutely be going for those tag team titles now. McIntyre has done what he couldn't do at SummerSlam. He has defeated Christian, the man that pinned him for the title retention. Straight to the back. And oh boy. CM Punk could be out of this one. Big powerbomb by Sheamus. I thought we were going to see another high cross. No, Sheamus is WWE 13ing right now.
That's gotta hurt.
It's like it stops computing because there's no barricades to break, so it doesn't know what to do. How do I wrestle when I can't break a barricade? I just don't know. CM Punk donning one of the most crimson masks I've seen in a while, as he is fighting and fighting some more. As I say, he went through Jack Swagger at the start of tonight in a very competitive matchup. I'm impressed that Punk has managed to even outlast anyone in this. It's no surprise that Drew and Edge are locking up with Christian eliminated. 4 men, one of these 4, joining the World Championship Hell in a Cell. How will they go when they're up against Brock Lesnar, Kane, Undertaker, Triple H, and Randy Orton? Suplex by McIntyre goes for the cover. No. CM Punk gonna try and force a submission out of Sheamus. Sheamus very rarely taps in his career. This would be massive. I'm watching that one closely. Oh, big superplex. Even if Sheamus knocked the ropes, that doesn't do anything. And Sheamus forced to submit. Punk not letting up. Sheamus is out. So it'll be Edge, McIntyre, or Punk. McIntyre has fought very long and very hard and never gotten a world title shot yet. Could Hell in a Cell be the night for him? Punk has always wanted to be world champion. He's failed. And Edge has obviously got something he needs to rewrite history of. Flatliner on Punk. The European champion has had enough. He's out. And it comes as no surprise, honestly. He's been through so much. And now McIntyre, Future Shock full force, sends him flying. McIntyre going into the cover on Edge. Here it is. And Drew McIntyre will claim the 6th spot in the Armageddon Hell in a Cell. There it is. Wow. He has worked his whole career to that moment. Drew McIntyre is finally getting a world title shot, and you can see the excitement in him in this victory. He has never had a shot at the World Heavyweight Championship. It's finally happening at Hell in a Cell. He is one step away from achieving the dream and the goal that he has worked so long for. Drew McIntyre is victorious, so thank you all for watching this week's SmackDown. We now know Drew McIntyre will join Brock Lesnar, Triple H, Undertaker, Kane, and Randy Orton. And next week on SmackDown in the main event, Drew McIntyre faces Randy Orton. You don't want to miss it. I'll see you next week.